Hello. Wait. I need to lie like this. This is this is the new setup. Me sitting here with my new mug that I have acquired from a film set.
So scandalous.
It's so true to me. If you to ask someone to buy me a mug based on my personality, this would be the mug. There is booby mug up there, and I would so get it, but I'm kind of out of breath because this setup has just knocked me silly tiredness way. Now, I haven't posted anything on YouTube in a long time. I've posted things on Instagram, but I haven't posted on YouTube. Diagnosed with epilepsy last year. I am 3 months and 12 days seizure free. Super happy with that. And the rest of my life, well, has been tremendous. I got in a relationship, got out of a relationship, got a job, had to leave said job. Basically, she's been going in circles for a little while, and the best thing that's happened in the last recent while is the purchase of this camera, which is like learning a new language because it's so complicated. Now, the setup here is books and notebooks, because the tripod that I have can't hold the weight of this camera, because crazy thing, the Blackmagic Pocket 6K Pro is a lot heavier than the Canon G7X. So, and I've written down a list of things to talk about, because whenever I sit down and film something, I just end up talking about like random things that don't make any sense, and then I'll think of a point about a topic that was like 10 minutes ago, and it's kerfuffled. Got into a relationship, had a great 2 months, had a shitty last month, and then got out of a relationship. Thing was left really on bad terms. Do I hold certain resentments? Maybe. Is that okay? Yes. Do they need to be resolved? No. I learned a lot about myself in this relationship. It has driven me to be more on like a self-love discovery, she's in therapy moment. I thought this was going to be my first long-term relationship, because if you know me, you know I don't have relationships that last very long. I had been single for over a year and a half, and I was so ready for it. I just was. I still think that people come into your life for very specific reasons. People also leave your life for very specific reasons. But for the first little bit, I had a hard time coming to terms with that, because I was like, the universe has just handed me this incredible person, given me a glimpse of what our happiness could be, and then ripped it away. So, you know, that's great. And I think one of the things that my therapist highlighted was that I'm actually a very strong-willed person, which I'm not saying I'm not. I don't give myself enough credit for how well I handle situations. Don't get me wrong, I can handle situations shit, and I have handled situations poorly in the past, things that I wish had gone better. I don't regret it because I learned from it, but I do wish they had went better. Quite literally talking yourself up, like, not to have an ego, but I'm almost having to prove to myself that I'm lovable, because my biggest fear as an anxious attachment is unless I give you something like gifts or showers of affection or whatever, I myself with nothing else is not worth it, which is not true. Everybody is worth happiness and health and people that love them, but I just can't get that in my thick brain. So that's what the last few months has been for me. It's been kind of removing myself from a lot of situations. I, during COVID, grew into myself a lot, because I was in the house, I wasn't in high school, I was away from people that weren't particularly good influences, and I loved spending time with myself. And I think that there's been periods over the last few years where I have really enjoyed spending time with myself, where a candle has to be on always, right? Always a candle on, always curtains shut, with either a movie, a TV show, writing, colouring, playing the guitar, which I have recently learned. I just made it my mission after this breakup happened. I was like, this is my wake up call. I'm not gonna let it happen again, sort of thing. I have fallen in love with my own company again, and it is one of the most refreshing things. It really is. I know that for me to grow the way I have grown in the last few months, I have needed to spend that time with myself and not just sitting and staring at my phone or staring at a blank wall. It's actively putting in the effort, trying to redirect like anxious thoughts, that sort of thing, which has been splendid. And if anyone would like me to talk about how I do those things, let me know, because I will. People talk about themselves doing better and stuff, but does anyone really talk about how they did it? Now I know that like not everything's gonna work for everybody. Like I have my own ways, just like you probably have your own ways, but it's always good to trade points. Can't harm anything. That's what I've been doing the last few months, and I'm kind of getting to that point where I'm starting to reintegrate and want to be in more social situations more often. I think partly because my seizures have been, like, I've had 3 months no seizures, so if I had a seizure in general in public, like, that to me, no matter how many people tell me it's not a burden, feels like a burden to me. Like, it's not my fault that I'm having a seizure, it's just the way that my brain copes, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel like a burden any less. I feel more confident going out now, and even like going out and doing things myself. I went to Burlesque the Musical by myself, I think a few weeks ago, and quite literally, not only was the show incredible, I felt so good within myself. Getting the train into town, going to see a show myself, sitting by myself, had juice, I had sweeties, I was talking to the guy next to me, watched the whole show, it was incredible, left, got a train home. Like, it just felt so nice, and like as if I was like free. Not to say that I wasn't free before, but I felt like I have not went to things because I've not had anyone to go with me. People are busy or whatever. So I think stopping myself from relying on people to do things that I want to do has been really nice. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't rely on people, as you still should, but it's good to know that you can also rely on yourself to do things. Honestly, like, I still think about Burlesque the Musical all the time. I loved it so much, and if you haven't seen it, you should go see it because it's incredible, and I'm still looking forward to going out and seeing people and just enjoying life. Like I have been in fight or flight mode for so long, whether it be because of emotional reasons or my health, that this feels like the first time in so long that I have been able to sit down and breathe and not be worrying about anything other than like what I'm gonna eat for dinner. Also, another thing that I've kind of found myself going into is kind of divvying up my style a little bit and trying to find my style. I always find myself feeling so much more confident if I'm wearing an outfit that I think is really edgy or cool, or it feels like suits me and my body type. And I've been doing that a lot more recently, and I've bought so many good things off Vinted, like these jeans. But this is a great angle, really, honestly. These jeans, I adore it. I just got them. This is my first time wearing them. Like, I really like them. They're so nice. They're kind of washed out, but they're gorgeous. Just honestly doing little things that are going to build up my confidence and being consistent. I think being consistent towards yourself and just being consistent within your life is in itself one of probably the biggest forms of self-love you could ever have. Let's talk about some more fun things that have been on my mind recently. Stacey Solomon.
Hiya!
My god, do I love that woman. Her and her family are just so wholesome, and her little DIY shows and like the clutter show, they're just so wholesome and like so cute, and I really just love Stacey Solomon. Like, not even in like a I'm gay so I love Stacey Solomon way. No, like I actually like she seems like such a lovely human being. Her things, oh, I need to talk about it.
No, don't do it!
And to my Criminal Minds fans out there, you know how I feel.
No!
Emily Prentice, she was written as a lesbian, right? Now obviously this was 2006, 2007? Until the execs, TV execs were like, no. Some white fat man in an executive chair in 2007 decided, no, we don't like gays. Has the lore of Emily Prentice been straight? On a superficial level, generally. JJ and Emily could have been a thing, even more so in the new seasons. That was a missed opportunity because homophobes. On a deeper level, men, thanks for watching if you have stayed to the end. Usually if you have. And hopefully, I know I say this every time. In fact, do you know what? I'm not going to give myself any pressures. If it's another year until I upload something, great. If it's more regular, slate also. Yay. Au revoir.